Well, hello, Facebook. Happy end of the evening on Tuesday. I have some time before I head to bed for tonight to answer some questions. I also really like how the reflection of my light looks in my French doors of my office. I have on makeup for the first time today and a shirt that actually matches my blue desk and whatnot. So we've had lots of questions come in today about my inner circle. Tomorrow morning in my inner circle, we have a live group coaching call, which means that people that join between now and morning with the link that I just put in this post can get on a live call with me tomorrow, and I can answer questions for them specifically about their business, like face-to-face. We'll be face-to-face on the line. And so I thought, since I've already got on makeup, I was trying to do a Facebook Live with a friend tonight, and we were having tech problems. So I am going to just do what I can to be a blessing to you and your business tonight. So if you have a question that relates to business, post it below, and I'll see how many of these questions I can get through in the next 20-ish minutes. Because if you know me at all, if you've been coached by me at all, you know that I'm really big on understanding your energy levels, not in like a woo-woo way, but just in understanding when you have more energy than other times of the day. And this time of day, my energy level is like plummeting. I'm best in the morning. So that's why all of my group coaching calls are in the mornings. You guys never have to be there live. They're always recorded if you join my group, but that's just a little explanation. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Megan. So lay it on me, my friends. Give me some questions that I can help you. What's your biggest pressing problem in your business tonight? And I'll just literally take a tiny little sliver of time here and do my very best to help you. Amy says, what's the best way to gain new Facebook followers by paying for ads? I just have 100 right now. Okay, Amy. So you probably have more than 100 personal Facebook friends. So here's what happens. Okay, pay attention. If you have what we would consider just a smaller Facebook page, you have, Amy, more friends than that on your personal profile, right? So my guess is you're maybe doing business on your personal profile instead of your work one, or the people on your personal profile don't even know you've started the business page. But it is imperative in the beginning that you post on your business page, and on occasion, not all the time, but on occasion, share it to your personal profile and be like, yo, friends that I graduated with in 1989, will you please like my page? This is my new business venture. If you could just like the page to support it, that would be awesome. Because there's something that clicks in your mind when you get to like 500 followers. And then there's something that really clicks in your mind when you get to like 1,000 and 5,000 and then 10,000. And then you just stand a little straighter. You just think a little differently about your business when you get to those milestones. So I know darn good well, Amy, you got more than 100 personal friends. I don't know you, but your name is spelled pretty with an A-I-M-E-E. Anybody with a double E has more than 100 personal friends. Ask them how to like your page. Let's see. This is gonna be really hard for me to pronounce. Tavetta Da Vinci. How to manage few businesses on Facebook. You're a bit overwhelmed. Okay, so are you doing more than one business? Because I really do not like people to have more than one business page unless you're a social media manager. Now, we have social media managers within my inner circle. They are in there. They help people that are within my group, and they are used to managing more page at once. But here's the deal. It is so time consuming to do one social media account well. This is why I don't suggest that you have 2 Instagrams. I suggest that you have one. Hold yourself back from overposting your cats and your babies and your vacations. Do put some of that on, but just change the one into a business account because it's too hard to handle more than one thing. It's too hard to handle 2 Facebook pages. So unless they are complete, absolute, like polar opposite, like you make ice cream and you also make dog collars and you also do accounting, like then you're gonna have probably a need for 3 different pages. And then I would tell you, honey, you need to pick. You can't do dog walking and accounting and ice cream. You need to pick something. And so so that would be my suggestion, just to simplify your life. And you know, one of the ways around that, I cannot pronounce your name, Tavetta, I'm so sorry, is to brand yourself so that when you talk about all the different things that you're interested in and all the different things that you love, that because you've branded yourself and your face is on your Facebook page, you're the one doing the Facebook Lives, your posts are genuinely written by you, people know who you are, they know what you stand for, you've leaked out parts of like what you stand for, what you think about, who you are, who your family is. And then it doesn't feel as disjointed. Does that make sense? But if nobody knows who you are, they're gonna be like, she was posting about ice cream yesterday and now dog collars today. Like, that's just a lame example, but that will help simplify it. So, oh, Susan, I'm glad you think I have insight. My husband thinks I have way too many words. It's all good. It's all good. Elizabeth Munster says shyness. Okay, Elizabeth, listen to me. Listen, Elizabeth. My husband, on occasion, will remind me of how when I meet people for the first time, because I can be very introverted and very shy, and a lot of people will mistake that for arrogance, snottiness, whatever. And it's because, honestly, I am not a people person. I am an introvert. I have to be extroverted before my job. But the thing I think that people believe the lie that if I'm shy or an introvert, I can't be successful online. And that is nothing further from the truth. In fact, how many of you are introverts? Give me a high five. Give me a yes, Jen, that's me. I want to talk to you introverts for just a second, okay? Introverted friends. You're all a little quirky. I'm one of you, so I get it. You're all pretty interesting. Introverted people are so interesting because they're thinkers, and a lot of us introverts, your personalities are different than somebody whose personality is so loud that there's nothing left to the imagination. I'm married to an extrovert. Life is a party for that man every day. And so what I will say to you introverts is that you make great business people online. And you want to know why? I've got first of all, a whole podcast on this. I've got a whole article on my blog. You can go to jenniferallwood.com and look this up. But if you're an introvert, you're more thoughtful and strategic about how you do things in your business. You have a tendency to be more methodical, to be more intentional, to be just more disciplined in how you do things so that you're not quite all over the place like other people. Okay, that's number one. Number two, introverts. You are really good at reading people because you're not the one gabbing when you're in a room full of people. Am I right? So us introverts, we sit back and we kind of watch. And we kind of watch. And we kind of watch. And we learn people. And we understand people, and we can read people, and we can read between the lines when we're introverts. That extroverts can't because they're still too busy talking. Again, I'm married to an extrovert, and I say this with all the love in my heart. Thank God for both extroverts and introverts. So introverts make amazing business people because they can read between the lines with their clients, read between the lines with their customers, read between the lines with their staff, with their team, with people that they hire. And they're able to gather information and make great business decisions based on that. You've got to stop thinking that being an introvert or shy is holding you back in your business. It is your secret sauce if you will believe it is. If you want to think it's a handicap, then it's going to be that. But if you will believe, okay, God made me this way. I am introverted as the day is long. I don't want to go to your parties. I don't want you to put me in your groups. I don't want to be on your group chats. I literally just want to listen to podcasts and walk my dog around the neighborhood in silence. This is my life, okay? But God knew full good and well the qualities that you would need to run the business that he has asked you to run. If he needed you to be an extrovert, honey, you would be an extrovert. You're not. He's already equipped you with exactly what you need. I am an introvert and I am doing absolutely just fine running this business, coaching thousands of people now a month, being an introvert, and you can too. Okay, seriously. If you're afraid of being on Facebook Live, then we'll do it another way. You'll do it slower, but I'll teach you another way. Please, am I gonna need the hand lotion? Hand lotion is like truth serum. The people in my coaching group, they know that when I'm on a live call and I put on the hand lotion, I'm going to start either preaching or it's truth serum and the truth's coming out. But we've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people sign up for the Inner Circle this week, which I'm so grateful for, and I'm so glad because some of you have been waiting since February 1st for this to open. And so I'm so grateful and take it so seriously. We've also had a handful of emails of people asking me to let them into the group. Usually they don't want to pay, and they give me the reasons why. And they start telling me about all the things that have gone wrong in their life and all the things that are wrong with them, possibly physically, and all the things that are all the reasons they can't. And every single time that we open one of my coaching groups or have one of my programs, I do add some people in as the Lord asks me to and impresses upon my heart. And it is very rarely those people. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you will focus on your strengths, ladies, listen to me. If you will focus on your strengths and ignore the parts of you for right now that you feel like are the handicaps in your business, in your mind, in your life, if you will stop focusing on that, because what you feed, you focus on, and what you focus on, like just, it's like it manifests itself. And so you're focusing on the shyness, and the shyness is now steering the ship. And so instead, I want you to focus on this. I may be shy, but I understand people. I may be shy, but dang, I can write and really word things in a lovely way that makes people respond to them on a Facebook post. I may be shy, but I can take great photos that are gonna kick butt on Instagram. Like, ignore the part that you think is your handicap. Focus on the jam that you have. Focus on what God gave you. Focus on what you've already got. Because otherwise you're looking in another lane, wishing you had something else. And God's like, girlfriend, I already gave you all you need. You already know enough to be dangerous at this business. You already have what you need. Stop focusing on what you don't. I love you so much. I love you so much. Joanne, why do I use hand lotion? I don't know. I got in this habit a couple years ago that when I really start coaching, which I just love to do with everything in me, I would just put on hand lotion. I don't know why. I don't know why, but now my team just laughs at me, and the people in my inner circle laugh at me, and they're like, Jen, where's the lotion? Jen, where's the lotion? You know when the lotion's coming out. So Holly says, where do you get inspiration for posting 4 times a day? Okay, so Holly, we do talk in my inner circle about having like pages that you like to share from. Let me give you guys a little tip, all right? Yes, baby? Come here, honey. 1 second, friends. Come here, baby. You're okay. You're okay. Come here, sweetie. Come here. Oh, come here. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, I got you. All right. Well, my friends, this is Ari. This might be a good time for you to say hi. Hi. Do you just want to sit with me for a little bit and cuddle? Okay. Can I just answer some questions for my friends? Yeah. Okay. I love you. Okay. Okay. So here we go. So it's okay, honey. I got her. She's good. She's good. But now I'm distracted and I'm trying to remember the question was. Are you all good for nighttime? Yeah. Who are you looking at? The family? Yeah. I love you. Do you know that?
What are you guys doing?
We're making funny faces. Can I have a kiss? You ready to go night-night? No? You want to sit with me for a second?
I want to sit.
Okay, she wants to sit for a second. We're good. Okay. Anna Marie says, Ava shrunk. Yeah. We've got big stories to tell. Okay, so anyway, Mom's going to get off here and we're going to end this in 2 seconds, aren't we? Yeah, and so I'm going to take care of family here in just a second. Let me finish answering this question for them, okay? Okay. Okay, I want you to. All right, somebody remind me what question we were on. Yeah, they're still asking questions, aren't they?
Hi.
Yeah, hi. You made your debut. Mm-hmm. This is somebody that is staying with us for a while, aren't you? Yeah. I know. You watch those hearts right there, okay? Okay, so my heart's exploding on the other end here, by the way. Okay, I don't even remember. Oh, we were talking about positive thinking. We were talking about positive thinking, weren't we, Ari? Yeah. Did you just toot? No. No, did you burp? Yeah. Yeah, excuse you. Okay, you want to go with Mr. Jason? Yeah, okay. I'll come up and cuddle with you in 1 second, okay?
Let's go see.
Will you wait on my side of the bed? All right, I love you.
Should be over, right?
Okay. Now I'm a little bit frazzled. 1 second. So, yeah. So, that is someone new that we have staying with us. And so there you go. Thank you, friends. Okay. Thanks, Joyce. Love you. Okay, thank you, Pat, for getting me back on track. Okay, how do I get 4 posts a day. If she needs me, I'm leaving, friends, just so you know. We talk about in my group, I was going to give you a great tip. Thank you for the hearts. We'll talk more later. Okay. It's been hard doing Facebook Lives and things, trying to kind of hide that we have, not hide, but just keeping some of our life a little bit private, that we have somebody that's staying with us until further notice. So you'll all get to meet her at another time. Okay, so we do something on my team where we have a place, like a Facebook group, that anybody that works for me, when they see really cool things on Facebook and they're like, that is awesome, Jen's followers would love that, we share this into a group that's like social media stuff that Jen may want to share later on. And that way, when we're like, okay, we need to post again today, haven't posted in many, many hours, probably better go put something on social media, we can pull from that group onto my page. Does that make sense? Here's what we used to do. I used to be scrolling through Facebook late at night and I'd see something cool on, BuzzFeed or something, and I'd screenshot it and I'd be like, I'll go back and try to find that later. And then I would have a hard time going back and finding it. And so that's the workaround, to have a group that you put it in. That's a tip for free right there. Thank you guys for sharing this, by the way. And all of you are giving me hearts. You're so sweet. Thanks, Amber. You're gonna make me cry. Thanks. Yeah, our lives changed dramatically in the last couple of weeks. It's all good. So when we're sharing content, when we're looking to share content, we do that. Otherwise, we try to post one thing a day. Usually if we're selling things, I instruct you to do 1 sales post a day, 1 thing that's encouragement a day, 1 thing that's like a meme. But I'll tell you what's doing best on our Facebook page right now. Our posts, don't cry, Ashley, because if you lose it, I'll lose it. And if you lose it, Angie, I'm going to lose it. And if you lose it, Stephanie, I will for real lose it right now. But when you, isn't life funny? God's sense of humor and timing is hilarious. Memes. Oh, here's what's doing well for us on Facebook right now. Stuff without pictures. Stuff without pictures. Stuff without pictures. Thanks, Amber. Okay, let me help you a couple of other questions real quick. And thanks, Kim. Thanks, Anne. Thank you. She's a precious little girl. So, she needed a place to stay. We had a place to stay. Enough said. So, Kim, how do you do it? You know what? That's a really good question. So, So part of how we do it is just through our faith, honestly. And so part of this is what I practice in my life, whether it comes to business, my family, whatever else. Lord, if this is for me, I just ask that you'll open a door so wide that no man can shut. And if it's not for me, then I pray you will shut a door so tightly that no man can open it. That way we're not heading down a path and then find out God's not in it and have to put the truck in reverse. That way God just stops things before we even go anywhere else. And so a lot of times the cry of my heart is just, Lord, first of all, use me. And that's been the cry of my heart for years, which is why I coach women. I know that I know what I'm doing to make money online. And I know that I can teach women how to monetize their gifts online. I know that. And so I'm asking the Lord, just use me how you want to use me. And so that goes for business, that's in life, that's for whatever. And so when things come our direction, and the timing doesn't seem like it would be what we think it would, or it doesn't, we're like, really, God? I just try to remind myself of what I've always prayed is just, Lord, open doors that so wide that no man can shut them. That's a biblical, that is in the Bible. And shut the doors you don't want us to go through. And when he continues to just open doors, we just keep going through. And then sometimes we just end up in places we never dreamed we'd be. And here we are. So that is how I do it all. A lot of prayer. And so the other part of our life that allows me to be able, and just so you know, I don't do it all. But we've really worked hard to set my business up so it doesn't require a lot of my time. I don't travel a ton. I don't like being away from my family. I turn down things so I don't have to leave them. We have tried to make sure we set up revenue streams that don't require me physically working every single day. And that's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about coaching women, because I know that it's totally possible to have a full-time income on part-time hours. I know this because I've lived it for years. And because we were able to get Mr. Magic out of corporate America and allow him to quit or retire, whatever you want to call it, and come home in the spring and be home with me full-time. I mean, that allows me to just be fully, available during the day when the kids are at school, and that sort of thing. And Mr. Magic is really like just, that Bette Midler song, that Wind Beneath My Wings song. I mean, because he's such a huge support, we're able to do a lot of the things that we do. I know it's very non-traditional. I don't care. It works. That's why I did that podcast for you ladies this week. That ladies, some of you hold the key to your financial future in your family. And you may be looking at your spouse, but God may be looking at you. And so for those of you women who are like, God's given me a dream. I've got this hustle in my heart. I have this vision for what I want to see happen in our family financially. I mean, seriously, pray that prayer. I double dog dare you. Lord, open doors so wide that no man can shut them, and shut other doors so tight that no man can open them. That way you're not heading in a direction to find out you're at a dead end. And so, yeah. Remember how in my old house we used to have doors hanging up on the walls? That's one of the reasons why, because I love that scripture so much. And I also love keys because for biblical reasons as well. So I'm glad that you found my page too, Dora. Okay, I'm taking a couple more questions. Candace said that God may have brought her to her video tonight. Well, thank you. Thank you. Ashley, if you weren't positive about your decision to join our circle, such an inspiration. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yep, Terry Lee, it is so possible for people to make a full-time income on part-time hours. I mean, here's my heart at the end of the day, folks. And please hear my heart when I say this. But if I fail as a wife and as a mom, it will not matter to me how well I did at business. It won't. My first job is wife and mother, and my third job is you guys. I love you, but that's the truth. And that's what I'm teaching every single person that comes through my coaching group. Figure out how to make this business fit into your life. Figure out how to make money in a way that you don't have to be away from your people all the time. I don't want your family resenting your business, girls. I don't want you being pulled away from soccer games and traveling every week, and unless that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. Grace to you. That's not for me. Grace to you to do whatever's for you. And so it is quite possible to make a very good income, but not have to be hustling. And the people that are preaching, that you need to be up at the break of dawn and you need to be working after your kids are in bed. No, you don't. There is such a smarter way to do it. And it makes me sad because I don't want your family, the people that are the most important to you, to ever be resentful of the thing that you're passionate about. Because at the end of the day, they are what counts. Absolutely. Kim says, how do you do it if you don't have a spouse or a family to help? Kim, that is a really good question. And so, Kim, I would just pray in the name of Jesus, because I don't have an answer for you, but God does. And I would just pray that he would bring supporters alongside you. Okay, Kim, this is a word for you. I bet there are people, if you really think, have already offered support, and you maybe have just kind of foo-fooed them off because you didn't want to be an imposition to them. But they legitimately, Kim, want to help you. They legitimately don't want anything in return. Kim, I don't know you, but you know exactly what I'm talking about, because this is a word from the Lord for you specifically right now. The hairs on my arms are standing straight up, and I have very hairy arms. Okay, so people have already offered to help you. Kim, I want you to go back to those people. You go back to them. You thought maybe they were just offering and you don't really want to take them up on it. You're also scared to let people kind of work with you for fear that it's not going to be all Kim's work and all Kim's business, or perhaps their quality will not be as good as yours. You don't have to worry about that. Let those people help you. That's going to be a breakthrough in the business, and that is a word from the Lord for you specifically. Love you, Kim, whoever you are. Courtney says, how do you deal with people who don't pay on time? Late fees. Okay, so Courtney, I'm not sure what kind of a business you're in, but when I had my decorative painting business, we always took half down up front and half down at job completion. I only had, I think, twice in 16 years where that was ever an issue, where getting the money at the end was hard. It bounced checks and things. And so then we would have late fees. If they're paying for something online, then they should always pay in advance of you shipping them out. Melissa says, is this beneficial for a real estate agent? We do have real estate agents in my group, Melissa. We have one real estate agent, Jessica Hensley, who was on my podcast today. If you listen to my podcast, you heard Jessica, who does Mega Moms Real Estate. And she has an incredibly lucrative business. She started out in my inner circle. She went through my creator's roadmap and is now in my mastermind. And so, and she does an amazing job in the real estate world. And I mean, here's the thing with you real estate people, if I can talk to that for just a second. I want to know more than just about the house you just listed. I want to see more posts from you than just the drone post, which looks amazing, by the way. But I want to have more than just that video on your page. I want you to be telling me everything I didn't know when we just moved 6 months ago. Here's the printout of all the things you're going to have to move. Your gas, your whatever, your school, your mail, your blah, blah, blah. Here's how far in advance you need to do that. I wish real estate agents, I wish I could see more of that on their Facebook pages. Here's some tips for how to, minimize things in your house when you're getting ready to list it. Here's the best time of year, an article I wrote on the best time of year for you to list your house. What to do when it's January 1st and you want to put your house up for sale, but it's a crappy time. Like, there's so much more you could be giving your audience and building trust so that when somebody locally does want to put their house up for sale, they're like, who is that chick giving all those really good tips? And then they would list it with you. Does that make sense? So I hope it does. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, Felicia says you're incredibly slow when it comes to Facebook and Instagram. Where do you start? Okay, Felicia, I love you enough to tell you this. You start with changing your words. You are not incredibly slow. You are a bright woman who is a fast learner who may not know everything she wants to know about Facebook and Instagram right now, but by George, she's going to. So, okay, when you join my inner circle, you get instant access. You'll get an email that says, here's where the inner circle library is at. Here's your password and your logon. There are 4 areas. One's for beginners, one's for intermediates, people in business who understand social media, one's for people who are pretty advanced in their social media. And so you would just start with the beginners. You would just watch Facebook 101 and you'd see all the things that I tell you about how Facebook works and how you need to work on Facebook, but so that you're not on the Facebook all day, because who has time for that crap? I don't. I've probably been on Facebook a total of 20 minutes today before doing this Facebook Live with you. And if you don't have 20 minutes in your day for social media, you don't have enough time, number one, because social media is that important. You need to be making time. So you get in and you just read the very basics first, okay? Or watch the videos on the very basics first. Okay, let's see. Are there any other weavers? Susan, would that matter? I've got on my sassy pants, by the way. So Susan McCoy, would it matter if there's any other weavers in the group? Because what we're teaching you is how to sell more of what you do using your social media. I mean, the truth is every single business needs that. And so whether or not there's other weavers in there is not the right question. Will you be surrounded by other like-minded individuals and business owners? Absolutely. May some of them be in the same industry as you? Perhaps. But here's what I know. Learning from people in other industries has done so much more for my business than ever following along with the industry that I was in. Ever. So, you're so excited you just joined, says Stephanie. Thank you. Thank you. And Terry Lee, my girls are on it. So, all right, friends, I hear the toddler that you all just met, who shall go nameless at this time for a while. She is not having a happy moment upstairs. So I'm going to put on my mom hat and tell you guys that I love you, but that is more important than me trying to sell you into my coaching group right now. You've got the link. If you want to join tonight, you'll get an invitation to our 10 a.m. call tomorrow morning where you can ask me any questions live, okay? I love you, but I got to go. All right, bye-bye.